Welcome to the University of Washington Gymnastics Rewind on UWTV. The Huskies continued their home conference season against the number 8 Oregon State Beavers. They were looking forward to hitting a full meet. 24 for 24 routines is the goal of any college gymnastics team. 6 competitors compete on each event with 5 scores counting, and it is essential to get all 5 with perfect routines to get a big team score. Head coach Joanne Bowers there looking forward to a strong start on the vault from freshman Madison Podlucky. Madison, a nice Yurchenko full, scores a career high 9.725. After Madison, junior Meg Whitney, a different looking vault, crunches down a little bit on the landing, takes a big step, but stays on her feet for a 9.75. Senior all-arounder Ruby Ingreitz really improved on this event over her career. Her Yurchenko full. You can tell as the lineup proceeds, the vaults get higher, more distance, better positions in the air. Now they just need to work on their landings. Senior Amanda Klein. Huge Yurchenko layout half. She's 5'6", so that vault just looks huge on her. A big step forward, though, for a 9.75. Eliza Vacker is next. Sophomore out of Eugene. Very solid Yurchenko full, a 9.75. Eliza's been so consistent in every routine for the Huskies. And they are anchored by junior Lauren Rogers. A huge layout half, just the smallest of hops, a 9.85, gives her the event win. The Huskies start off strong with a 48.85 on the vault as they head over to their second rotation on the uneven bars. Led off by senior Amanda Klein. She's hit all 3 of her routines this season in the bar lineup. A beautiful Ginger there, keeps her legs together and does that bail handstand to low bar almost as well as anyone I've seen. She'll wrap it up blind full, just to a nice double tuck, small step back, but a very strong start for the Huskies. A 9.675 gives her the career high. We'll take one more look at the dismount. We'll do a full turn on the high bar, right into 2 somersaults, just a small step back. From a senior to a freshman, Mackenzie Fechter out of Mequon, Wisconsin. We'll do an eagle grip into a straddled Jaeger. Very nicely done. She's been at 9.7 or higher 3 weeks in a row. She's becoming a seasoned competitor. As you can tell by that stuck dismount, very nicely done. She'll do a full twisting double back. Watch her legs together, her toes are pointed, and spots the landing for a stick and a 9.7. Second look at Eliza Vacker. Unlike the first 2, doesn't have a high flying release move, but what Eliza has is perfect form and execution. Hits every handstand right on top of the bar and sticks that dismount. A 9.75 for Vacker ties her score on the vault. Same dismount as Fechter, same stuck landing. Very nicely done. Now to the senior, Hatsune Akaogi. Sat out her junior year with an Achilles tear. Coaches weren't sure if she was going to make it back and overshoots that Tkachev. That fall doesn't hurt as bad as it looks. It's difficult to remount the bar and pick up in the middle of the routine. Soars down with the pack salto. He's a little off kilter on that handstand pirouette. Tough routine for the senior. Double front dismount, opens up too early and can't stand on her feet. Really tough routine for Hatsune. She'd been coming off 2 straight 9/8s. So the Huskies looking for a strong recovery from junior Lauren Rogers. She's been over 9.75 in every meet. Like Eliza, doesn't have high-flying release moves, but is right on the edge of the handstand every time and has great form. And a beautiful dismount like that. So hard to stick the double front. It's a blind landing. You can't see the floor. You just have to feel where you are in the air. A 9.775 for Lauren Rogers. Strong recovery. As always, the Huskies anchored by senior Ruby Ingrides. This event definitely a specialty of hers, ranked in the top 30 in the country. Difficulty from start to finish. Her dismount, a full twisting double layout with just the smallest of hops. Extremely difficult. Flips her body twice in a completely straight position and throws a full twist in the middle. Another strong routine for Ruby, a 9.775. Gives the Huskies a 48.675 on the bars. A little bit lower than their season average, so they were looking for a strong rebound as they headed over to the balance beam. All season, they've been led off by junior Meg Whitney, native of Mesa, Arizona. Transferred after her freshman year from the University of Utah. Right into her layout somersault and is off to the right. Looks like her hips just weren't perfectly square over the beam. Disappointing fall for Meg Whitney. It's interesting, she seems to perform better on the road than at home, uncharacteristic of most athletes. Her first 3 meets of the season, she was over 9.75, 2 9/8s, but just hasn't been able to put it together at Heck Ed. It's a beautiful front aerial right into a beat jump, recovering nicely after the fall. Here's her gainer pike dismount, a stuck landing but disappointing lead off for the Huskies. Her 9.1 is the score they will look to drop. We'll take one more look at this gainer. You're running forward but flipping backwards. So pressure is on sophomore Eliza Vacker. Has the most difficulty on this event of any Husky. In the same position as she was last week, Meg Whitney also fell in the first week, so a lot of pressure on the underclassmen. A beautiful connection between that front aerial to a back handspring layout. Doesn't need to do that connection. It's very difficult. That shows the judges that she can handle the extra skills. Just a slight bobble on her gainer back handspring. Otherwise, a flawless routine. One more tumbling series to cap this difficult routine. 2 back handsprings, 1.5 twist. Excellent job by Eliza Vacker. A 9.725 was a low score from the judges, in my opinion. She had such strong difficulty, just 2 minor mistakes. Sometimes that's a casualty of being early in the lineup. Looking to recover after her falls from the uneven bars is senior Hatsune Akaogi. Before her Achilles tear was a fixture in the Huskies beam lineup and will flip throughout. Just has lots of acrobatic elements, starting with that pitch front, beautifully done. There's her back handspring layout series. Makes it look easy. Yet another side somersault. Her hands and feet have left the beam 3 times so far. Slight bobble between that connection, but manages to recover so easily. Another highlight of her routine, this high-flying double twist dismount. So nicely done, just a small slide back. A 9.775 is a new season high, tied her for 3rd on the event. She has been over 9.7 in every meet this season. Freshman Mackenzie Fechter is next. Does a nice front handspring mount. Some gymnasts choose to just hop on the beam and not worry about anything difficult to start. Mackenzie jumps on. Now there's her series. That was a pitch pike to a back handspring, but you notice she hopped in the middle of it. Now it's imperative for her score that she connects that without a stop. Very difficult leap connection. She's been over 9.7 in all meets this season, has not fallen as a freshman. So just to be sure, she connects that series one more time. Such smart improvising from the freshman, just to ensure that she gets all the bonus points she needs, sticks the dismount. Very well done. As a freshman, still a seasoned competitor, a 9.775 ties her for 3rd place. Has really, really done well with the details, like sticking those landings. Has a bright future ahead. Senior Ruby Ingrites, coming off a season high. Local product out of Kirkland, Washington, attended Inglemoor High School. There's her series, and you could tell from the start her back handspring was off to the left, her layout off to the left, and there are times you just can't save it. Once your shoulders get out of line, it is nearly impossible to stay on top of the balance beam. So a tough break for the Huskies, who will have to count a fall in their final balance beam score. A fall, 0.5 of a point. Very nice sleep combination. The judges like to see those split hit 180 degrees, and she does that on both positions. A solid side aerial. Has been flawless since that fall. In a front full dismount. Tough break for the senior. Tough break for the Husky beam lineup, who was ranked in the top 10 going into this meet. She has a different look to her dismount. She'll punch off of 2 feet and do a front full twist. A 9.175 for Ruby. So junior Paige Bixler as the anchor on the event, expected to score the highest out of the lineup. A beautiful switch leap mount. Coming off 2 straight 9-8 routines. Very difficult combination, that move called a sheep jump. Anytime you remove your eyes and drop your head back from the beam, very difficult to stay centered. Solid layout series. Beautiful needle scale. Paige came to Seattle all the way from the state of Texas. Huskies really recruiting nationally now as opposed to just regionally under Coach Joanne Bowers. Solid front aerial. A major improvement from Paige over the offseason was this dismount. Very difficult combination. Side aerial into a back fold, just a slide back. Very nicely done for Paige. So difficult to finish on the end. She'll do an aerial cartwheel, no hands, right into a back full. And lands it well. A 9.775 ties her for third, but the Huskies having to count a 9.175 gives them a 48.225 total on the balance beam. Come back for the 4th rotation on UW Gymnastics Rewind. And we are back for the 4th rotation of this Husky Gymnastics showdown with Pac-12 rival Oregon State. Eliza Vacker leads off on the floor as the Huskies hope to put together a strong rotation to overtake the number 8 Beavers. Eliza leads off with a strong double pike, a few steps back. Eliza had off-season foot surgery, so has really not spent a lot of time in the gym tumbling, vaulting, getting the repetition she needs. Should bode well for her though, as she continues to increase her numbers. She will just get better and better as the season goes on. Solid front tumbling second pass. A 1.5 front layout, beautiful finish. Exactly the kind of start that Coach Bowers and the Huskies needed for their 4th rotation, a 9.675 for the sophomore competing in the all-around. Now to senior Amanda Klein. Just her 2nd time in the floor lineup this season. A very unique routine. Super high double tuck to start. At 5'6", everything Amanda does just looks bigger and higher, especially the tumbling. A 2.5 twist middle pass, a little bit wonky, doesn't quite finish the turn, and so has a big step. Huge extension on that straddle jump. was over 180 degrees. Front tumbling to finish, and just hops right into her landing. A 9.7 was a season high for senior Amanda Klein. And now Paige Bixler. The junior's been in and out of the floor lineup, has changed her tumbling passes around. Rudy to a huge stag jump. Interesting to see them connect the tumbling with the dance. Two front layouts, very nicely done. Paige choreographed the dance to this routine herself. Gymnasts typically have a choreographer that comes in and helps, but loves to dance. A whip back to a 1.5 twist, slight slip, but manages to stay on her feet. Great finish for the junior. A 9.775 is a new season high for Paige. Her fellow junior Lauren Rogers. Her strengths are definitely tumbling and vaulting. Watch the height on her tumbling passes. Leads off with a huge double pike. Bounds into that second pass. Beautiful connection. She's been over the 9.8 mark in the last 2 consecutive meets. Strong leap connection. And a double tuck last pass, so easily done. And a 9.825 ties Lauren Rogers for third on the floor. Mackenzie Fector, freshman who has definitely excelled on the floor so far this season, won the first 2 meet titles on the event, has been over 9.8 in every routine, the leading Husky scorer in just her 4th competition as a Husky. A front double full to start, big step off to the left, but a very difficult tumbling pass. Different look than the rest of the Husky routines, very dramatic, serious music. Very nice job to stay inbound. She sticks that front layout so that she doesn't take a deduction for going outside the line. Beautiful double turn, way up high on toe. For dismount, a Rudy right into a stag jump, a little bit off to the side on that leap, but recovers nicely for a solid finish. A 9.825 tied her for third on the event. And the final routine of the Huskies competition, senior Ruby Ingrites, also over that 9.8 mark in the last 3 consecutive meets leading up to this. Beautiful double pike. Ruby also very strong in the classroom, was an NAGCW All-American academically last year, and on the Pac-10 All-Academic team. Same second pass as Lauren Rogers, beautifully done on those bounding front elements. A very nice double tuck to finish. Great job for Ruby. Comes back with a 9.85, tying for the event title. Wins the floor for the second week in a row. A strong finish after her fall off the balance beam. The Huskies finish off the meet on a high note, a 48.925. Very strong score as they hit the road once again, heading to a quad meet at Nebraska. A 194.675 team score, one they will look to build on as they head for the NCAA National Championships. We will see you on Friday, February 24th for the next UW Gymnastics Rewind.